Hi kids, and welcome to Creature Feature. Tonight we have an extra special episode for you because we're taking a trip back in time all the way to May of 2019. We are here at the 5th annual Black Angels Hearse Club Car Show, and we're going to be exploring the wonderful world of modes of transportation for people who, well, don't really need a ride anymore except to that final resting place. So we're going to visit with car owners. We're going to see all sorts of cool, creepy stuff here. We're going to visit with strange and unusual people selling all sorts of goodies. It's going to be a lot of fun. Well, let's start out our wonderful adventure and head on out this way.
Well, smear my face with jam and tie me to an anthill. This is one beautiful piece of machinery here. Gary, how are you?
Nice to meet you. And your name is?
My name is Otis the Critter Getter.
Otis.
Otis.
Nice to meet you.
Can you tell us a little bit about your beautiful ride here?
Okay. Well, first of all, it's a 50 Chevy fleet line. They didn't make a whole lot of fleet lines. They got a different roof style than the rest of the cars, all right? There's been over 50 modifications made on the car. I can run through some of those with you if you want me to.
Yes, please.
Okay. Normally, the 50 Chevy had a two-piece windshield. This got a one-piece. The hood's been one-piece, all right? All excess emblems have been removed on the car. The headlights have been Frenched on it. And the bumpers on the front, normally you have bolt holes with bolts in them. Those have been shaved off on it. Also on the side of the roof where you got a rain gutter on it, that's been reformed. Where the rocker is on this, normally they tuck underneath. That has been flared out like a 55 Chevy. It has 41 Studebaker taillights in it. I'll talk a little bit about the engine in this, okay? That's a ZZ 430 engine. They only made 430 of those, okay? So it's very limited production. It's got a 700R transmission in it with an S10 positive traction rear end. It's been mini tubbed in the back. It's got wider tires. It's got 41 Studebaker taillights. It's got a custom interior, custom dash, got tilt wheel, air conditioning, all things that was never offered. These cars originally all they had was a 6-cylinder stick, and that was it. No power steering, nothing else. So this got power steering, power brakes, like I say, tilt. It's got a digital dash in the car. It's got a stereo system that's mounted in the trunk, and that's pretty much it right there. You know, it's got a Mustang front end like they normally do and everything else, but there's a lot of other things that have been done. But
Tell me, one thing I'm always interested about, how fast does this thing go? Does it just get up and...
I'll tell you one thing, you could burn the tires so much on this you couldn't even see the car.
Woo, doggy!
But I don't do that kind of stuff.
And if you will notice, it has what every classic car should always have. You know, something I'm interested in is to attract the ladies. Vintage fuzzy dice. Now, are those aftermarket or are those vintage era?
Those are recently made. They never made purple. Somebody custom made those for me.
Very nice, very nice. So as you can see, Gary has a beautiful car here. This is a very nice piece of work, sir, and I can tell you're very proud of it.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
Thanks
Nice
for talking
meeting you.
to us. Very nice meeting you.
All right, boys and girls, we're here with Marvin and Ellie Wilson, and they're from Honey Creek, Iowa. And these folks have an interesting job description. They are funerologists. Now, Marvin, what exactly is a funerologist?
Well, it started out as just a hobby to collect Halloween stuff.
Uh-huh.
What better place to find Halloween stuff is a funeral home? And so we decided to do some research on it. We started talking about it. We decided, hey, we can go there, and some of the stuff you come up with is they don't use it anymore, and what do they do with it? They put it in the basement, the attic, or they throw it away.
Ah, so what?
So I offered to buy.
Ah, so what do you guys do with all this stuff?
Well, right now it's still at our house. It's in our basement. It's in our garage. It's everywhere.
Living room, everywhere.
Right. And funerologist is a name we made up for us because we do collect funeral stuff. So.
All right, now I would assume that the prizes in your collection are these two hearses that you have, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell us a bit about this white one here.
This one here is
This one's mine. Yeah, this one's Ellie's.
His and hers.
Yeah, his and hers. Yeah, this one's mine. Mine's a 1994 Cadillac made by Federal. So.
All right, and it's got occupancy for one in the back, I'm assuming.
Yes, occupancy, and I can have one passenger, but and one in the back.
Now I understand you've got something extra special in the back of this hearse.
Yes, in the back we have one of our collections. It is a casket that is furry on the outside. They were popular in the late 50s, early 60s.
That sounds very interesting. Now, what kind of person would want a fuzzy casket?
I don't know. I wasn't doing caskets then. But they were real popular.
And this was a find from one of your little excursions to
from a funeral home.
Funeral home.
Yeah,
So I'm assuming it's a sales sample, and it wasn't didn't have an occupant in it.
No, there was no occupant.
No.
But it was never used. You know, it sat in their garage forever, and so we kind of rescued it. And any funeral director we run into that knows about them says, "Where'd you get that?" Because they are so rare, you know, because they're all buried.
Well, obviously, so you obviously have a good collectible there.
Yeah.
All right, so we're standing here at the His Hearse. Why don't you tell us about it, sir?
Well, it's a 1990 Cadillac Crown. We found it on the internet for sale. It was in storage for about 13 years in a garage. And finally, it was brought down here. It come from Minnesota. And I turned around and I saw it. I said, I gotta have it. So I sold my other one and bought this one.
So it was only used to transport a deceased little old lady from Pasadena, right?
After bingo.
Okay. Now, of course, you can't go to a Hearse show without loading the car up with some goodies, so what do you got in the back there?
Well, I have a brand new casket that we found at an auction.
An auction.
And a friend of mine had bought one for a ridiculous price. I don't know how he got it, but he did. And he had no way to go get it. So he asked me to go get it. We went to go pick it up and brought it back. Well, I noticed there was probably 4 or 5 more still sitting in the back. And I asked the guy, are they still for sale? He says, well, I don't know. I'll call you. So I give him my card. He called me a week later and said, I've got one left. He says, I want $250. And I says, wait a minute. A friend of mine bought one for $160. Why would I give you more?
So when I'm ready to pass on to the shuffle off the mortal coil for like the 5th or 6th time, I think I'm going to come and see you because you get a pretty good deal on caskets. I mean, you cut out the middleman and everybody else.
Yeah, I do.
All right, I want to thank Marvin and Ellie for sharing their vehicles with us today, and happy hunting.
Always. It's a pleasure.
Dr. Sanguinary's Creature Feature is brought to you by
The Mall of the Bluffs. Hi, kids. You know, one of the features that they have here at the Black Angel Hearse Show is a pinup contest. That's right, it's the Ms. Black Angel Hearse Queen and Pinup Contest, and today we're going to have a little one right here for you, and we're going to show you some of the gals and the interesting costumes that they create for this. So, without further ado, we're going to get right into this. Our first contestant is Adelaide. Adelaide, if you would please step forward here. And here she is with her outfit. If you would slowly spin around and show everybody your costume. Alrighty. Now, why don't you tell us a bit about your costume? Was this something that you made yourself?
No, this is something I threw together last minute. Every pinup girl always has to be able to throw something together at any point in time.
And what was your inspiration here?
Oh, Plan 9 from back in the 50s, because even vampires have to come from outer space too.
That's right. So we definitely have a nice 50s look here. And the tattoos are pretty cool too.
Oh, of course. Every girl needs one.
That's right. Well, they're like popcorn. You can't have just
one.
Exactly. Alrighty. Well, thank you for popping in here. And we're going to have a little contest, talent contest a little bit later. So we'll be seeing you again soon.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Now, how we judge this contest is based on 3 criteria. It's your costume, it's your talent, and how much money you are able to raise for charity by going around and collecting dollar bills for people. So, you know, it's a lot of fun and does a lot of good for the community too, because every year the Black Angels Hearse Show, they like to raise money for local charity. So our next contestant coming up here, why don't we have Muffin? Muffin, come on over. It's your big time to be on TV. And here we have Muffin.
Mommy.
And Mommy. And so Muffin, why don't you tell us about your costume?
Do you like your dress?
No. So is this something that was a mother and daughter project here?
We kind of look like this all the time.
Oh, really? So so this is just it's for Walmart and special functions.
It is. And oddly enough, we've never made it on people at Walmart.
Must be too normal for the Council Bluffs store.
I guess.
All right, well, we have Muffin over there. Hi. Don't worry, this will be on TV, and then she can watch this like 15 years from now, and you can give her hell about it.
Sounds good.
All righty, and away she goes. Now, like most contests, every year there's a different theme, and this year's theme was a sci-fi kind of theme, and as we saw from Adelaide, she had the Plan 9 from outer space thing going on. Well, now we've got another gal here, and she even brought her own little prop with her. We've got Kitty Bon Bon. Come on down. All right, Kitty, so tell us about your outfit here.
Well, I wanted to go with something cheesy and obviously space themed.
Very nice. And tell us about your assistant here.
This is my little NASA scientist that I abducted. So he's going to be helping me out with the talent portion today.
That's very good. And let me see what you got back here, kid. Ooh, rocket jetpacks. Those are pretty cool.
Well, every scientist needs a jetpack.
Of course.
A bus up.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking, too. All right. So give us a spin here. Let's see this wonderful outfit. Miss Kitty Bon Bon, and we'll be seeing you again a little bit later in the show with the talent portion.
Great, thank you.
All right, kids. Let's move along and see what other surprises they have here at the Hearse Show.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. That one looks like my cousin Harry.
Hey, would you like to hold a cockroach for $1?
Yeah. No way. Here, lady, I'll give you $1 to go away with the cockroach. Yeah.
Hey, Larry, you really gotta try those things. $1 and you dip them in ranch? Tasty stuff.
And people say I eat gross things.
You know, boys and girls, here at the Hearse Show, they got vendors with all sorts of really cool stuff. And here, we're at the booth of Rathburn's Den of Antiquities, and they've been doing the Hearse Show here for a couple of years, and they got all sorts of cool stuff, like, you know how they got these skulls here? Well, if you turn them upside down, you can put beverages or breakfast cereal and stuff in them and eat your Captain Crunch from the skulls of your victims. But everything here is handmade. They've got like steampunk goggles. These are cool. And they got things that Nurse Lacey would probably like. We won't get into that. And they got all sorts of other cool handmade stuff here, like these bird masks. And something else Nurse Lacey would wear. And, oh, these cool leather hats. Check them out. And, oh, they have magical wands. Look at that. Oh, all shapes and sizes there. And then over here, we've got, like, belts and stuff. And, oh, we got whips. That's interesting. Well, you know, if your horses get out of control. And they also got other cool gift items such as jewelry and bracelets and these really neat journals to write all your most secret thoughts in.
interrupt for a second here. Both of these lovely ladies in our contest, I was just informed they're both Army veterans. Yes? What? Oh, Air Force. Oh, okay, well, that's good enough too. And you know, this whole thing is going to help out the disabled American veterans. So this is really great that these ladies have a connection to the armed forces. So give them a big hand, okay? All right. So next up we have Kitty Bon Bon. And what are you going to do for us today, dear?
I'm going to do a baby version. I know it's a little.
Okay, well, why don't you tell the folks what you're going to do, and I will let you. You got enough room here to do it, or do you want?
I'll probably step up, but I'll talk about it first.
Okay, you don't need a mic for it then.
That's fine. I can project.
Well, here, you tell them what you're going to do, and then you can do your thing.
Matthew. So one of the things I do is I volunteer with the Carrying On Project, which is a nonprofit organization that provides disabled military and active duty military with a baby carrier for absolutely free. The nice thing with that is sometimes with a disability, you still want to be able to take care of a child, even if it's your grandchild or your niece or nephew and not necessarily your own. And this baby wearing's another way to be able to do that. So I'm just going to have my handy dandy wrap here, and I'm going to wrap up my little guy that's running around and try to contain him. We'll see how that goes. But I'm going to show you how to do that now. And here comes my lovely assistant. He might be a little resistant, but that's okay. So as you see, this is a lot of fabric. This is a little over 10 feet of fabric. And I think it'll be enough to contain him, so we'll see how it goes. And I am just gonna kind of find my starting point. Matthew, come here, buddy. And the impressive part is doing this in heels and a dress. And a wig. Oh, yeah. So the nice thing with this is, like I said, it's a great way to be able to bond with a kid or just keep them from getting out of trouble, because what more do kids like to do anymore? Just run around and cause chaos. And that's all right with me. What's that?
It's got to be more comfortable than the backpack straps.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, there's nothing wrong with those. Everyone has their own preference. So, and this is just mine. And with the Carrying On Project, they provide any and all carriers. So you can find something that works for any situation. And you can do it for toddlers. You can do it for a newborn. You can do it for any age. And you see, I'm almost done. Easy peasy, right?
Easy peasy.
And then I'm going to tie off here and show you. Matt's going to try to break out, and he's not going to be able to do so. Matt, try to get out. Can you get out? Yeah, I didn't think so. So he is confined and stuck to me for however long I want. However, since his little girlfriend's here, I'll go let him run around and get into trouble.
All right, give a big hand there. All right, that was awesome. I wonder if it works on Wolfman.
Hi, this is Eileen Schmidt with Cryptic Critters. We are an upscale plushie, we zombify plushie dolls out of Bellevue, Nebraska.
All right, we're here with Rhiannon Graham, artist extraordinaire. So tell us about your artwork here.
Well, really, I just draw a lot of Norse mythology as well as biblical mythology. Sometimes I just look at things and I'm like, oh, maybe I can create this and draw it as my own. So that's really all.
All right, and then how long have you been doing things like this for the Hearse Show?
This is actually my first year.
And how long have you been into doing art?
Well, since I was 3, and my mom really helped me a lot with my art skills.
Hi, kids. Now you're probably asking yourself, how did this Hearse Club come to be? Where did it come from? What was the inspiration? Well, here we have Christine, who is the car club president, and I was hoping that you might be able to tell the folks out there in TV land, how did you get interested in putting together a Hearse Show?
I've always liked cars, but I like creepy and unusual. My first coach was a 1971 Cadillac S&S Victoria, which I had in college in Kansas City. Before then, before I owned it, I actually took it to prom. And it was my boss's old car.
So, as the years progressed, now how many hearses have you had in your lifetime?
3, not including her, because she doesn't count as a hearse.
Alrighty. So, and then as far as, putting this together, it was 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're in the 5th year.
Yes.
And then every year it's been a different charity?
No.
Or no?
We've switched it around a little bit, but last year it was the same. DAV, this year's the DAV.
Okay.
And
Alrighty. Now, what kind of criteria do folks need if they want to come into the show next year? What do they have to have? Because it's not just hearses, correct?
no, we're open to all cars since it's for charity. We like to see commercial vehicles like these, professional cars, fire trucks, ambulances, hearses, limousines, party buses, if you've got it, school buses even, that counts. But any car is welcome. Even if it's your daily driver and you want to enter it, by all means, we'll judge it.
Well, thank you, Christine, for taking some time out of your busy schedule here. This is a wonderful thing that you're doing, and obviously every year you get a lot of funds, for various charities and whatnot, so it's been a lot of fun.
Well, thank you for coming out.
All right.
We have our 4 contestants here, and I just wanted to let everybody know that everyone did a wonderful job today. A grand total of $152 was raised by all 4 of these folks. So give them a big hand, please. $152. That's awesome. All right, now everybody get out of here. No, really, get out of here. Go stand over there.
And then he'll call you if you win.
He'll call.
That's right.
Get out of here.
It's no camera time.
Okay, bye.
Over here.
I'm a camera hog. It's all about me.
That's right. Stay close.
All right, I'm going to announce the winners here. For the kids category, the winner was...
Do the runner-up first. Oh, yeah.
I don't have the runner-up.
It's the other kid.
Oh, yeah, you do. You have me scratch it out, you silly man.
Okay, so... Okay, the second place runner-up was Muffin. Let's give her a big round of applause there. Just wave to everybody.
Oh.
So that means our winner was Goofy. Goofy, come on up here.
Go get your thing.
Goofy, come on up. Stand right here. Stand here. Turn around. Face the camera. We got some stuff for you here, kiddo.
That's right.
First of all, we have this beautiful trophy of a robot. Ooh.
You earned that. Isn't that wonderful? That collects dust. Really nice.
Okay, now we got some wings because this is the Black Angel thing, and it's Yara. So,
all the cubic zirconia.
I will let your mom pin that in for you later. Okay?
Now pose next to her.
all right.
Pose next to her.
Oh, look at that.
Smile.
There you go.
Beautiful. Congratulations, my dear.
Yeah.
Big round of applause. Thank you very much, Goofy, for all your efforts. All righty.
Can you read that?
Okay. So our second place runner-up for the adults was Adelaide. Big round of applause for her, please. So that means Kitty, Boom Boom, you are the winner of the adult. Come on up here and get your magical wings to fly away. And we have this beautiful trophy.
So there's a beautiful rocket ship trophy.
All right, Kitty, big round of applause for Kitty.
Beautiful. Congrats.
All right, so I want to thank all our contestants for helping out today. It's like $152. Pretty good. So we appreciate all your efforts.
Hi, boys and girls. I'm here with the gravedigger and his better half, Mistress Lori. And as you know, They are from Sinister Sydney Haunt, and we've been there before and had
Yes,
a lot
you
of
have.
fun. So I figured, since you guys have been working at this Hearse Show here for the past 3 years, maybe we give a few of the people out there a little, 411 on what you guys do, and because you're very active in the haunt industry here, so why don't you tell them your shtick?
All right, my shtick. Okay, it is Sinister Sydney. We're down in Sydney, Iowa, kind of in the middle of a cornfield, in the middle of nowhere, but real close trip to Omaha.
Yep.
From Omaha, from Kansas City, wherever we want to come in. We have a haunted trail about a half-mile long. It is a pro haunt. You're gonna see some, scary things if you see them. But they might be up next to behind you, and you not even know they're there.
Oh yeah.
But it's fun. But that is the Friday and Saturday nights in October.
Mm-hmm.
Weather permitting, we are outdoors, so we get a lot of rain sometimes, things like that. But weather permitting, Friday and Saturday nights in October. Now, you want something to do? You're bored on a Saturday night or something, and Doc's show isn't on yet. Then you can also tune in to Haunt Chat Live, which is a nice little talk show that we do on the first Saturday of every month, just once a month, but it's live and it's fun and it's in the haunt industry. So you can tune into that too if you like. I hear music. I think it's time to dance.
Oh, well, we'll do the dance of the dead. We'll see you later, folks. Igor, roll it.
Roll it.
Well, boys and girls, that's all the time we've got for you tonight, and I hope you'll join us next week for some more fun. So here's Doc Sanguinary, the Creature Feature cast and crew, and some of our contestants signing off, and we'll see you again next week. Boy, I sure do like fire trucks. I wonder if the siren works on it.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't go like
Doc, finish that cleaning up.
Stupid sheep Hearse Show. Stuck clean. Ridiculous.